Hey guys, I know it's been a while since I've been here on my channel making any videos for you guys. I had back surgery and a couple other things that have been going on over the last probably a couple months since I've made my last video, but I am here right now in Orlando, Florida because I was just at a YouTube conference, which I told you guys about last year when I was in Orlando, and I went over to Clearwater on my way out of town, which is what I am planning to do today. So I am right now just packing my stuff. I'm checking out of my hotel here in Orlando, and then I'm going to be driving my rental car the hour-and-a-half drive, which I am not excited about, but I don't really ever come to Florida. Like, I came last year for the YouTube conference that I went to, and now I am leaving the YouTube conference that I was just at this weekend. So I'm like, you know what, I might as well do an update for you guys and see what Clearwater is like after Leah Remini's show has aired her last season. Now, I've noticed even on my channel, whenever Leah's show is on television and Scientology is talked about in the media, I get a flood of messages from you guys, and my views start getting really high on my videos. So I really do see the effect on my end that Leah's show does have on the Church of Scientology as a whole. But I wanted to go to Scientology's Mecca. I want to see what's going on right now in Clearwater. Are there people going into the Superpower Building, for example? Are there, what's the general feel? What are the Sea Org members like? Because it's completely different, as I told you guys in my last video, the Scientology orgs in Los Angeles versus Clearwater. I kind of just want to get a feel. Now, I don't necessarily know if I'm going to be bringing my camera around. I'm not trying to go there and disturb the Scientologists necessarily, and I know that I wouldn't necessarily be disturbing them, but I just feel like if I go and I'm pointing cameras in people's faces, or if I try to go inside any of the buildings, that can cause just trouble on my end because I'm in Scientology's Mecca. This isn't like Los Angeles where you're at Big Blue and you drive down the street for a mile and you're in normal civilization. Clearwater is a Scientology town. We know that the police have ties and they're in with Scientology, so I don't want Scientology to say, oh, he's stepping or trespassing onto our property, even though I've never been trespassed from a Scientology property, but you never know what they can say. Oh, his big toe crossed the sidewalk onto our property, so now we're going to call the police and have him taken away or something like that. But anyways, I don't know. I'm going to film for you guys while I'm there, but I just wanted to kind of give you a little briefing, if you will, in Scientology's terms. Give you guys a briefing before we go to Clearwater. Now, I also want to show you guys my shirt, because I think it's just kind of applicable. So my shirt says, "Where to go from here." And I actually just got this at the mall before I left for my trip. And side note, I have such a nice room. It's actually super big. It has a kitchen and everything, but again, besides the point. The reason I'm wearing this shirt I chose for Clearwater is because for me, when I left the organization, it was just, I didn't know where to go from that point, because it was at such a critical moment, I think, in my adulthood, I guess, if you will, where I was trying to figure out my life. So I wanted to be an actor, but I got into Scientology, and once I got involved, my purposes, goals, aims, everything I wanted for myself started shifting to being an auditor and going on course every single day and going up the bridge. And I kind of took a backseat for what I wanted for myself. So it's just kind of something that I was struggling with for a very long time. Where do I go from here? What is my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing? Because as an adult, I'm oh, this is it. I'm gonna become this auditor. I'm gonna go up the bridge. I'm gonna do all these what I thought wonderful things were. So once I got, deceived and kind of came out and was wondering, who am I? What do I do with myself? I had to really, reevaluate. And it's even hard, even the last couple of weeks, I'm what should I be, doing with myself? And it's, so weird. I know I've been out for a while, but I never really addressed, important life things, if you will. So I am just going to be wrapping up here, packing up my stuff, and I will keep you guys updated and posted on the drive to Clearwater. Okay guys, see you soon. to Clearwater. I'm probably like 5 or 10 minutes from downtown Clearwater, and I'm getting kind of hungry right now, so I'm looking up different restaurants that I can go to. And I think from there, when I'm actually like in the restaurant, I'll try to come up with my plan of what buildings I'm going to be going to. I'm definitely going to the Superpower Building and kind of maybe scoping out Clearwater. I'm trying to debate if I want to drive by first or if I want to park and then go around, because I know that there's so many cameras around that I don't want them to see me before I actually do anything, because I am going to eat first, so I don't want them to have like a plan of attack for me or anything like that. I don't want them to be expecting me in any way, so I'm going to try to be as anonymous as I can and try just to show up and see what we see. Now, being in Clearwater as well, like I said earlier, this is Scientology town, so maybe I can try to get some locals to try to talk to me about Scientology, and I'm gonna kind of see and plot things out. I was even thinking maybe I can go to the Clearwater Mission. Maybe I could even go in there, and I don't have a lot of time though, that's the thing. Like I would actually like try to like go on course and try to get some footage undercover, but I don't have a lot of time because I have a flight to catch tonight, so I don't have enough time to do exactly that, so I'm gonna try to figure out things. I also wanted to address that a lot of you guys have been writing to me lately asking me about going undercover. People want to go undercover for me, for example, because I'm not really the most, you know, indistinguished person when it comes to Scientology, but I don't recommend it. People would think that I'd be like, oh yes, go undercover. And I've been getting messages almost every single day of people being like, I want to go undercover, what should I do? Going undercover, guys, this is the thing. Unless you're going undercover for months, they're not going to open up and tell you anything. Or unless you're an ex-member and you kind of know what to ask, what to do, and you kind of know the process of Scientology to be able to outsmart them. If you've never been in Scientology, you're not really going to know how to deal with them on a sophisticated level, in my opinion. I think that, you know, they'll show you some informational displays, for example, and you'll probably be able to go on a $50 course, but that's not enough. You're going to literally need to do... I'm just seeing the Superpower Building. This is so creepy, guys. I haven't been to Clearwater in a while here. Let me see if I can... I'm driving right now, guys. I shouldn't be vlogging at the same time, I know. But the Superpower Building is right over here. I'm coming up to a red light so I can show you guys. And of course, there's trees now right in front of it. So let me see if I can show you guys. Is up here. We're gonna get a closer look, guys, obviously, but we're here. I'm gonna go find a place to park and then I'll keep you guys updated. So as you guys can see, I am back from Clearwater. I am home in LA, and I wanted to recap to you guys what actually happened in Clearwater, what it was like, because my camera battery that I brought, I only brought my spare camera. I didn't bring like the nice one that I'm filming on here, and my battery was basically dead before I even got to Clearwater. Now, I could have filmed on my phone and gotten footage. I know that this is kind of anticlimactic, if you will, but I did want to fill you in on what actually happened in Clearwater and what it was like. Now, you guys have seen my video from, well, it's on my channel, you guys have seen, about me talking about going undercover inside Clearwater. Now, I was debating whether or not I wanted to actually go inside Scientology's buildings in Clearwater. Maybe I could go into the Superpower Building, or maybe I could go into any of the 25 plus Scientology properties in Clearwater. I thought about it, but I'm afraid, or I was afraid, that they're going to claim that, again, this is Scientology's territory, guys. This isn't like, you know, 5 minutes away from my house where I can drive into safe land. This is Clearwater, guys, and Clearwater is in bed with Scientology. We all know that from Leah Remini. We all know that just in general. So I didn't want to say go on their property because they could easily have 100 million, well, there's not 100 million, but 20 Scientologists that were there, you know, say, oh yes, we saw him do XYZ. You know, they tried to frame people, guys. This is part of Scientology's practices, is fair game, that they can trick, sue, slander, lie, to do anything in order to incriminate the ex-Scientologist to the benefit of Scientology. So yes, even though I would have loved to bring my camera inside Superpower Building or try to go into a course room or any of that sort of stuff, I was just afraid that since I was alone, there was no one with me, I have a dead camera. Yes, my purpose of going to Clearwater was to film, but you know, if I'm going around taking pictures and videos and all that sort of stuff, I was just afraid that, you know, they could have set me up or they could have engaged in any number of their criminal practices. Now, when I got to Clearwater, compared to the last time I was in Clearwater, it was even more of a ghost town. Now, there's always staff being bussed back and forth in Clearwater. You see buses and they get off and there's like 100 Sea Org people going back and forth between buildings, going inside the Fort Harrison, going inside Superpower, whatever. There was just lots of Scientologists that were around that area. But there weren't actually Scientology public. Now, I spent basically the whole day there. I started off, I went to a restaurant first because I was hungry from driving for an hour and 45 minutes called Cristino's or something like that, I believe, which was an Italian restaurant in Clearwater, which was, it was on Fort Harrison Drive, I believe it was. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, but it was in the area of Superpower, but I didn't want to go like right away to Flag because I wanted to scope it out. I didn't want them to see me eating there or knowing I was there. I wanted to go to a restaurant around there, so when I actually parked and went into the actual downtown Clearwater area where all the Scientology buildings are, they weren't expecting me. They didn't already see me. I didn't walk by first, then go to eat or something. I wanted them to not expect me. I just wanted like to show up. So I started walking like around the Superpower building. I did like maybe like 2 laps that way, and then I went around like Fort Harrison, and I started like kind of walking around the Clearwater Bank building, which is basically where they introduce new people to Scientology with like their informational displays and stuff like that. So I went by there again. I thought maybe I can go in there, but I didn't have a cover in mind. Like I looked like myself, like I didn't have like a wig or something, so they could have easily have recognized me. OSA's in that building, so of course the Office of Special Affairs, come on, like I didn't want to start anything at that point. Again, if I was with someone, I might have felt a little bit more comfortable. And I talked about this in a video that I made in Clearwater about this. I'm not sure if it's already included or not, so if I already mentioned it, sorry, but you know, so many of you guys write to me all the time about like, I want to go undercover into Scientology, like do you want me to go undercover for you, and like what information can I get for you? And it wouldn't work, sadly, unless you're willing to spend like 2 years in Scientology and spend $25,000 minimum, you know what I mean? You're not going to get in enough. You're going to see the pretty displays, you're going to go in on course on a $50 book and lecture course, whatever, but you're not actually going to get in enough where you're going to be able to get like crucial information, crucial data about Scientology. They're going to keep you separate from like the actual Scientology public who have been in Scientology for a while. So I was thinking that, I'm like, well, if I go inside and look at some panels, like I'm not gonna see anything there that is going to blow my mind, like, oh my god, I have to sit down and make a video right now about it. If I went inside Superpower Building and maybe went on a course room and they say, Michael Andrews, and I go, here, and pretend that I'm Michael Andrews, if Michael Andrews wasn't on course that day, and I bring a Dianetics book and a course pack and I start pretending and just kind of observing and walking around the building. Maybe someone who's like me, who knows all the lingo, the language, and knows what I'm looking for in like an undercover mission, I think I probably could have maybe gathered enough data, maybe to get some sort of information that could have been interesting to report about on Scientology. But there was an interesting point when I was walking around the Superpower building where all the Sea Org came out of a bus at once, and I was right here and the stairs were going up like this, and there was a guard up there. But again, wasn't paying attention to me. I just acted like a normal as you can be in Clearwater, but just a normal citizen to their mind, just walking down the street, and the whole bus floods out, and they all start walking up at the same time into the Superpower building. And I had to think quick, like, should I just like go up with all of them? But I didn't blend in because again, I'm wearing t-shirts and a t-shirt and shorts, and they were wearing again their Sea Org uniform. Now if I brought a white dress shirt and the pants, whatever, and maybe I could have snuck in at the time, but that's the benefit of not saying you're there, not filming the building, because if you want to do something like this, then they don't really know me in Clearwater versus LA. Like in LA, like I just drive near Scientology, they walkie-talkie, like I am not able to go undercover in LA. In Clearwater, though, where they're not expecting me, they don't really recognize me right off the bat because I wasn't a Scientology public in Clearwater. So, you know, that was the benefit of not filming too, because maybe I could have gotten some information, talked to someone, asked a question to a Sea Org member or something, and maybe I wouldn't have been coming off as like a critic with the camera. So yeah, that was like the only thing. Like again, like when you look at these Sea Org members, like they kind of dart their eyes away. Even when you smile, I didn't have a camera, nothing. So I don't know necessarily why a lot of them, well, I know why, but for them to just shuffle into the building, like not make eye contact, not look, it's just like so sad. And I think that they really scare other people away from Clearwater, because people are afraid to go downtown in Clearwater because they know that, you know, there's these Seaward people and they're creepy and they have like this dead stare in their eye, and you know, they're just looking at you with this like this laser intensity, and it scares people. And you know, obviously, you know, I get it, you know, I've experienced it being in and I've experienced it being out. And you know, when I was in Clearwater though too, I kind of had a moment, I'm like, why am I here? You know what I mean? Because I'm not able to film at this moment, and I was just kind of worried. And it was very unsettling, and I was also thinking, you know, I haven't been in Scientology in a long time. Like, you know, people are, put it behind you, put it behind you. It's like, I do, but I want to help people so bad too. And that's the other side people don't get. It's like, I really want to help people, and I want to tell my story, I want to tell other people's stories in the future here on my channel, and I don't want Scientology to win over me. So I've, you know, tried to do my best, and I know I haven't posted a lot lately. I'm going to give you guys an update in another video about what's been going on with me, because there's a reason why I was gone for several months. I actually talk about it on my other channel. It's going to be linked down below on Mango Tea, in case you guys actually have interest in hearing about it first before I talk about it on my Scientology channel. But I have so many videos too for you guys to come, so stay tuned for those. There's a lot of really interesting things. I know this video isn't like super exciting right now because I didn't really get that information, but I was starting to have like that post-traumatic stress kind of set in, or like just like this feeling of just kind of like, I have to get out of here, like I can't be here any longer. Like it just, like seeing them and like remembering like what it was like to have like that mission, that purpose, and going up the bridge and being on course, and oh my god, I have to be here. And then after, you know, there's a fundraiser for the IS, like just like all that sort of stuff. Like I don't miss that aspect of Scientology, and being in their world is scary. On the other hand, no one was there. I counted 3 public. 2 of them looked like a mother-son couple from like another country. I don't know what country, I couldn't really tell. But they were definitely from some other country. So they probably came to Flag to do, I think it was Cause Resurgence rundown from the uniform that I saw. Then there's another guy who was carrying a leadership, one of like their introductory courses, how to be an effective leader, one of those type of courses. Again, like an introductory level course. He could have been a OT8 just doing that course, who knows, but it looked like just someone doing like a very basic level course. That's all I saw all day long, like whether I was at the Starbucks or whether I was just walking around, like I was doing circles, walking around and trying to see different things and seeing if I see anyone coming in or out of the buildings, and it was just really sad. Well, it's not sad like, oh, like I feel bad for them, like there's not people there, but it's just sad that they took over Clearwater, because Clearwater is actually like kind of like a nice, chill kind of town, you know, at the beach, and you know, some cool restaurants and stuff like that. And it's just like, it's kind of sad that Scientology took over Clearwater, and you know, they're just harming so many people every single day. That's what's sad about it. Like the people who still have to be trapped into the prison of belief, if you will. I, you know, thought about maybe I should go sign up for a course. Maybe I should put on, you know, a disguise and try to go in and see something. And I guess I could always do that at another org or another location. I just didn't want Scientology framing me when I was in Clearwater. I didn't want any drama. I didn't want to deal with Scientology following me or seeing where I was or going to the airport, like any of that sort of stuff. But I did want to fill you guys in. It's been a couple weeks, obviously, since the last footage you guys just saw was filmed. So yeah, I'm going to be posting more videos for you guys. It's not my camera. I'll be posting more videos for you guys, so please make sure to go down below and click that subscribe button. I am going to be filling you guys in on so much information about Scientology, ex-Scientology. There's just so much that's been going on lately, guys. So many stories I haven't ever told before. Updates. There's just a lot that I have been
meaning to film for you guys. So stay tuned for all of that. Turn on your bell notifications. You'll get an email when I post a new video. I'm going to be working on Patreon content soon, patreon.com/stevenmango. I'm going to be using donations to continue my work exposing Scientology. But again, you guys are going to hear more about all this sort of stuff in a future video. Go down and subscribe to my other channels. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. And I will see you guys in my next video. It's been a while since I've done this, guys. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.